Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Network. This is the third game of the 1969 World Series from the 1969 Strat-O-Matic replay. We're all tied up, one game apiece. A very important game. Every game is important. Today it will be Jim Palmer pitching for the Orioles. He won 19 on the season. And for the Atlanta Braves, surprising starter is George Stone, a left-hander. Lum Harris went with Stone rather than Pat Jarvis, who lost Game 3 of the playoffs. I'll be back with the lineups in just about a minute. Here are the score sheets for the first two games. In Game 1, the Atlanta Braves beat Baltimore 2-1. Necro got the win. He went all the way. Cuellar went all the way. Necro pitched a 2-hit, one-run game. Home runs by Aaron and Hendricks. In Game 2, the Orioles came back 8-4. McNally the win. He allowed 4 runs, 11 hits in 9 innings. Reed got hit for 8 runs, 2 of them unearned, in 3 2/3 innings. And there were no home runs in the ball game. So the club split in the first 2 games, which were in Baltimore. Yesterday was a travel day, and today we're in Atlanta, and the crowd is packed. Using the real-world Atlanta, New York record. Attendance here in Atlanta for this game is 50,122. It's a sellout, basically. And now let's go through our lineups for the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off in left field is Don Buford. Batting second in center field, Paul Blair. Batting third in right, Frank Robinson. Batting cleanup at first base, Boog Powell. Batting fifth at third base, Brooks Robinson. Batting seventh and catching. Batting sixth at second base, Davy Johnson. Batting seventh and catching is Andy Etchebarren. Batting eighth at shortstop, Mark Belanger. And pitching and batting ninth, 19-game winner, right-hander, Jim Palmer. For the Atlanta Braves, leading off and playing second base, Felix Millan. Batting second in center field, Tony Gonzalez. Batting third in right, Henry Aaron. Batting cleanup in left field, Rico Carty. Batting fifth at first base, Orlando Cepeda. Batting sixth and playing third, Cleet Boyer. Batting seventh and catching, Bob Didier. Batting eighth at shortstop, Gil Garrido. And the pitcher batting ninth, surprise starter, Lum Harris is going with George Stone, the left-hander. He won 10 games on the season. He was a fourth starter. Jarvis was due up in the rotation. Jarvis lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates, allowing 2 earned and 2 unearned in 7 innings. And he's going with the left-hander here. This is the first of 3 games in Atlanta. Again, in the first game, Atlanta won it 2-1 on Necro's 2-hit shutout. Home runs by Aaron and Hendricks. Cuellar went all the way, allowing 2 runs in 9 innings. And in game 2 in Baltimore, McNally went all the way for the win, 4 runs in 9 innings. It was an 8-4 victory. And before we start, we have a warm-up question from Kathy. It's trivia. So wait for it. Wait for it now in the text. Wait for it now. And if you know the answer or you have a guess, just type it in the text. Here it is. When Oakland three-peated in 72-74, Dick Williams was manager. Who took over for the third? Who took over for their third? Joel Horland says Alvin Dark. And I lost my orange, Mike and Ike, Joel. So you sound pretty confident with that answer. I'm gonna have to go with give you the red, and Joel gets it. It was Alvin Dark, the manager. Great question. And a great answer from Joel Horland. And a super way to warm up here for Game 3 of the World Series starts now. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman in Studio B. And the Braves take the field. It's George Stone getting the start today. Taking his warm-ups and leading it off for the Orioles is Don Buford. Buford steps in the batter's box. Kathy for the A's. Here's Stone now. For the O's, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Here's Stone, he's ready. The wind-up and the pitch to Buford. That's 1-6. Left-handed, fly ball left field for Carty. And he comes over and makes the catch. 1 away, and we're underway here. It was a 1-6 left-handed. Now Paul Blair steps in. Stone gets the sign. He winds and deals. That's 5-11. Right-handed, ballpark slash. We can check out the ballpark now. That's 15, right-handed, in Atlanta. Oops, bear with me. Lines it to short, to Garrido, and it's 2 away. Taking a look at our ballpark effects in Atlanta. Singles will be 1 to 10 from both sides. Home runs, left-handers 1 to 19, and 1 to 10 for right-handers. Two outs, nobody on. Frank Robinson steps in. Stone gets the sign from Didier. He's set, and the pitch. 5-12, right-handed, grounds it to first, our first X. Cepeda, 2-10. (13-2), he gets 2 at G1, E10, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he takes it to the bag, and the side is retired 1, 2, 3 by Stone. After a half, it's Baltimore nothing, and Atlanta coming up. Here's Palmer now taking his warm-ups. Felix Mian leads it off for Atlanta. That's 4-7, right-handed, struck him out, and that's rare. We've seen occasions where Mian has struck out. He struck out in game 2. And he was very frustrated. He looks frustrated now, walking back. It's 1 out. Now here's Tony Gonzalez. Standing up at the plate. The pitch from Palmer. That's 4-12, left-handed, single 1 to 5, line to second, and it's caught by Davy Johnson. 2 outs. And here's Henry Aaron. Aaron 3 for 7 in the series. He has had a home run and 3 runs batted in. That's in 2 games. We have a question, top of the second, from Kathy. The pitch to Aaron. 110. Lines it to second, caught by Johnson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We've gone a full inning here in Atlanta for game 3 of the series, and it's no score. I want you to get ready now for Kathy's question. Top of the second. Look for it now. Wait for it, please. Here it is. In 1975 World Series, Fisk hit a dramatic home run to win Game 6. Which Red Sox hit a 3-run homer to tie the game? And Joel Horland says Bernie Carbo. Boy, he seems confident, quick and confident on that, and he got it again. I have my orange one. Joel's on a tear here today. Just imagine this is orange, okay, Joel? That's Joel prefers orange. Two great questions from Kathy Harden. Top of the second. Stone on the mound. Retired the birds in order in the first. Leading it off is Big Boo Pal. Here's Stone now. The pitch to Boog. That's 6-5, left-handed, struck him out. Stone has retired the first 4 in the ball game. Now here's Brooks Robinson. .59, right-handed, struck him out. That's 2 for Stone. And now Davy Johnson. And the pitch. 1-2. Lines it to short, caught by Garrido. And another 1-2-3 innings. Stone has retired the first 6 in this ball game. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Jim Palmer takes the mound. It will be Carty, Cepeda, and Boyer scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the second. Here's Carty at the plate. The wind-up by Palmer and the pitch to Carty. 6-8, right-handed, single 1-5, lines it to third, caught by Brooks Robinson, 1 out. .68 right-handed. Now Orlando Cepeda comes up. The pitch from Palmer. That's 5-10. Right-handed, grounds it to short, our second X. Belanger 226. (17-2), he gets 2 at G1. Belanger E26. 6-10-12. Oh, and he boots it. An error by Mark Belanger. And even some of the best of them do that from time to time. First error of the ball game and the first base runner in the ball game. It's Cepeda now on first. Orlando 1-15 being held 1-13. And here's Boyer. Palmer from the stretch. And the pitch. 4-7, right-handed, struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Palmer. Didier comes up now with 2 outs and Orlando on first. .111 right-handed, pops it up first base, foul territory. Running toward the stand is Boog Powell, and he catches up with it to make the catch. A nice catch by Boog in foul territory. It was .111 right-handed. The side is retired. No runs, no hits. The error, 1 left. That was the first base runner of the ball game. We move now to the top of the third. Stone on the mound has retired the first 6 in this ball game. Andy Etchebarren to lead it off. Here's Stone. The pitch to Etchebarren. 2-5. Struck him out. That's the third for Stone, and it's 7 in a row. Mark Belanger up there. 1 out, top of the third, no score. Game 3 of the '69 World Series. Here's the pitch to Belanger. 6-8, right-handed. Oh, there it goes. It's a base hit by Belanger. First base runner and first hit allowed by Stone. 6-8, right-handed. Belanger is on. Being held. And here comes Palmer. C. Bunter. He is a 3 WR. Belanger on first with 1 down. That is a strike called to Palmer. High for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Palmer. And the pitch. 3-12, pops it up to short. Garrido under it, 2 away. And that'll bring up Don Buford with 2 outs. And Belanger being held at first. The pitch from Stone. That's 4-8, switch hitter batting right, pops it up to third. And Clete Boyer makes the catch. And the side is retired. So no runs, the first hit and base runner for Baltimore. And he was left on base. That was Belanger. We're in the middle of the third. It's scoreless. 50,000 plus here for Game 3 of the '69 World Series. Gil Garrido, and that number was derived from Game 1 of the NL Real World Playoffs, where the Mets were at the Braves. Gil Garrido steps in to face Palmer here to start off the bottom of the third. Here's Palmer now. Pitch to Garrido, 5-6, right-handed, fly ball right for Frank Robinson. He moves to his left a couple steps to make the catch, 1 out. Top of the 5th from Kathy Harden. Another great question, I presume. Here's George Stone. He is a 6 NL at the plate. .38 struck him out. Third strikeout for Palmer today. 2 away. Top of the order, Felix Millan. And the pitch. 6-3, right-handed, grounds it back to Palmer X. He is a 5-8. Not good range, 14-5, but he gets to it, G3, E8, 2-3-4, and he makes the play to first, and it's a 1-2-3 for Palmer. We've gone 3, and it's a scoreless ball game, a pitcher's duel in the making. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. We'll take a break for about 2 minutes. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. Oh, I found it. Oh, I found it, Joel. All I had to do was look a little harder. And there it was on the floor. So we'll save that for the next time you inevitably get one of these awesome trivia questions. I'll be back in just a minute or two. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman back in Studio B. It's scoreless after 3. And George Stone takes the mound to pitch to Baltimore, the heart of the order. Blair, Frank Robinson, and Powell. Here's Blair leading it off. Stone is ready. Here's the pitch. 2-5, left-handed, grounds it to second, and Felix Mian has it, and he throws it to Orlando for the first out. 2-5, left-handed. Stone the southpaw. Now here's Frank Robinson. Robinson grounded to first in the first. 3-6. Base hit Robinson, the second hit off Stone. So Robinson takes first with one out. 1-16, not being held. Only a 6 will give him the lead. And he does not get it. Robinson on first, one out. Not being held. Here's Boog Powell. And the pitch from Stone. 5-2, left-handed, single 1-8. It's a 9. Line to second. Oh, what a pretty catch by Felix Millan for the second out. 5-2. Single 1-8. It was a 9. So it's 2 outs with Robinson on first, and here's Brooks Robinson. From the stretch, Stone. 3-7, left-handed, grounds it to second. Felix has it, and he throws it to Orlando. All 3 chances for Felix Millan in the top of the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, the single by Robinson, the second hit allowed by Stone. And 1 left on, middle of the fourth. It's still scoreless. Don't miss game 4 of this World Series tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. West Coast. The pitchers scheduled are Cuellar again for Baltimore and Phil Niekro for the Braves. And remember, Niekro threw the 2-hit shutout for 2-hit 1-run game for the win, a 2-1 win for Atlanta. Cuellar pitched grade 2, so that'll be a great rematch. Palmer takes the mound for the bottom of the fourth. We have a question after this inning from Kathy. Here's Tony Gonzalez now to lead it off. The pitch from Palmer. That's 5-4, left-handed, catcher X. Etchebarren, 3-3. Three, 15-3. It's popped up in foul territory. Etchebarren, E3, 6-9-10, and he makes the catch in foul territory, 1 out. Here's Henry Aaron. Cardi on deck with 1 out, bottom of the fourth, no score. 1-9, right-handed, walked him. So Aaron is on with 1 out. Only the second base runner allowed by Palmer. The other was the error on the ground ball hit by Cepeda, the error by Belanger. Aaron on deck, not being held. Here's Cardi. He won't even try for the lead with those pickoffs. And the pitch. 6-10 to Cardi, right-handed, ballpark slash. That's a 15. I don't think that's going. No, it's not. Line to short and caught by Belanger, 2 outs. 6-10, right-handed. It's a 1 to 10 from both sides on ballpark slashes. 2 outs with Aaron on first. Here's Orlando Cepeda now. Here's Palmer from the stretch. 4-5, right-handed, struck him out. And the side is retired. 4th strikeout for Palmer. No runs, no hits, the walk left on. After 4, it's scoreless. And now I ask you all to get ready for this. Kathy Harden with yet another question. She curates these. Let's show our appreciation by participating. Look for it in the text and then type in your answer. Wait for it now. There it is. In the 1940s, the Yankees dominated in the AL, in the National League. This team dominated with World Series appearances and won 100-plus games in a season 3 times. That's tough. 41. Joel Horland says the Cardinals. I said the Brooklyn Dodgers. They won I don't know that they won 100 games though 3 times. I think the Cardinals only won. Joel got it. Wow. Yeah, the Cardinals were in the World Series in 44, 46. I thought that was only 2 times. In the 40s. But I guess I didn't know. The Cardinals defeated the Red Sox in 46. They defeated the Browns in 44. They lost to the Yankees in 43. And they won and beat the Yankees in 42, those last 2 being war years. So, boy, I'll tell you, it's another one for Joel and just a super question from Kathy. Top of the 5th. Great question from Kathy. Stone takes the mound. No runs, 2 hits allowed. He hasn't walked a batter, struck out 3. Davy Johnson leads it off. Here's Stone now. The pitch to Johnson. 3-7, left-handed base hit Johnson. 3rd hit off Stone. Johnson leads off with a single. And here's Andy Etchebarren. Stone now works from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-7, left-handed, grounds it to short. It's Garrido. To Mian, over to Cepeda for the double play. It was 2-7 left-handed. He hit it sharply, right into a double. It's 2 outs and nobody on. And Mark Belanger steps in. He singled in the 3rd. Belanger. Stone into his windup. That's 2-3, left-handed, pops it up third base, foul territory. And it's playable by Boyer. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs again. One hit, the leadoff single by Johnson. He was doubled up, none left on. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth. It's a pitcher's duel, no doubt about it. Cleat Boyer comes to the plate. It'll be Boyer, Didier, and Garrido. Here's Palmer now. And the pitch to Boyer. 1-6, right-handed, tap back to Palmer, a comebacker. He fields it and throws it to Powell. One away. Here's Bob Didier now, switch hitting catcher, batting left-handed against the right-hander Palmer. .310, right-handed, base hit Didier. A one-out single. So Didier is on first, and Gil Garrido the batter. .57, right-handed, grounds it to second X. Johnson, 214. .214, 9-2. He gets to it, G2. It won't be a double. 6-10, 12. E14. G2 with the runner on first. They will force. Johnson steps on the bag. He has no play to first. Didier forced at second, 2 outs, and Garrido is on first base for the pitcher. George Stone, again, a 6 NL. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Here's the pitch to Stone. 6-7. Left-handed, walked him. So this is the first time there's two base runners on in an inning ever in the game. It's Stone on first, Garrido on second, 2 outs, clutch situation, first one of the game for Mian, 0 for 2, struck out and tapped back to Palmer. Okay, Palmer, the pitch to Mian. That's 4-12, right-handed, that's a ballpark blast. But he has W power, and it would only be one asteroid. It's a 13. And it is neither. It's a fly ball to left. Chasing for it is Buford to make the catch. Again, a 4-12 ballpark blast. Mian, the right-hander. Home run 1-10, it would have been converted to a single, but it's a 13, a fly ball to left, caught by Buford, and the side is retired. So it's no runs, 1 hit, a walk, 2 were left on that time. We've gone 5 innings. It's a scoreless ball game. Here's Stone now. Top of the 6th. Palmer's comes up to the plate. Palmer a 3 WR. He's 0 for 1. Fourth 3, right-handed, fly ball right X. That's for Aaron, a 1-6. 14-1, he gets 2 at F3, E6, 3-4-5 rare play. It's an F3 rare play. He runs into the gap and makes a nice catch. There's nobody on. So that's going to be a long fly out for a nice catch by Aaron. It was hit well by Palmer, 1 out. Now here's Don Buford. 7th inning stretch, Kathy Harden will put you down for that. Buford steps in. Switch hitter batting right against Stone. The pitch to Buford. That's 3-6, left-handed, base hit Buford. So Buford is on with 1 out. 1-15, 1-16, being held 1-14. Look at those pickoffs. I don't think Buford is interested. He was 19 for 37 attempts. Buford on first, 1 down. Here's Blair now. Stone's first endurance is next inning, the 7th. The pitch to Blair. That is 6-10, right-handed, fly ball center X. Gonzalez, 3-7. Four, 3. He can't get to it. It drops in. It's an S2 base hit. Gonzalez, E7, 5-8-12. And that will be a base hit, and Buford rounds second, goes to third. So the Orioles got something going here in the 6th. And Frank Robinson is the batter. Cecil Upshaw is warming in the bullpen for Atlanta. Stone's first endurance is next inning, though. Okay, Robinson steps in. He's 1 for 2. The infield is back for Robinson. Here's Stone. 1-10. Ballpark blast, 14. This might be deep enough for Buford to tag. Right-hander. And it is. It's caught by Carty. And Buford tags. And the Orioles take a 1-0 lead. Here in the 6th. Let's look at that again. Frank Robinson at the plate. 1-10. Left-handed ballpark blast. In Atlanta. Right hand home run 1-10. It's a fly to left B, no question. The infield in had nothing to do with it. Blair holds at first, 2 outs. And here's Powell. Stone from the stretch. 6-3. Fly ball left field X. That's going to be for Carty. Oh, my. This could be a disaster. Carty, a 4-14. .414, 4-4. D2 double. If he can get to it without an error, 6-11, 12-13. E14. He does. It's a D2 error, And Blair will go to third on that. Cardi was not able to get to it, but then he finally did, throwing it in quickly to third. But Blair comes in standing. It's second and third, 2 outs. This is a clutch situation. So was that. Well, that wasn't. I'm sorry. Second and third, 2 down, and here's Brooks. Stone trying to get out of this with just 1 run allowed. The pitch to Robinson. Whoa, it's a spinner. Look at that. Whoa. 6-8. Right-handed base hit, Robinson. 2 asteroids. Blair scores. Powell scores. And it's a 3-0 ball game. A clutch 2-run single by Brooks Robinson off of Stone's card. And here comes Lum Harris out to the mound. It was 6-8, single. And that's going to be it for Stone. For realism purposes, Stone pitched 5 2/3. He is now the loser of record, Palmer the winner. Palmer still throwing the shutout. He pitched a great 5 innings, and things fell apart here in the 6th for Stone. 7 hits allowed, no walks. Struck out 3, and has allowed 3 runs here in the 6th to make it 3-0 Orioles. And yes, they're bringing in Upshaw. First appearance in this World Series by Cecil Upshaw. Hoping that he can keep the Braves in this game and that their bats can come alive off Palmer. Upshaw taking his warm-ups now. 2 outs. Brooks Robinson on first. 3-0 Birds. Upshaw is ready. And here comes Davy Johnson. Here's Upshaw. The pitch to Johnson. 2-5. And he walked him. Johnson takes first and second now. And Andy Etchebarren, the catcher, comes up to the plate. A big 3-run inning here for the Baltimore Orioles. 5-8, right-handed, fly ball center. This should end the inning. Gonzalez under it makes the catch, and the side is retired. There were 3 runs on 4 hits. A sacrifice fly started it, and then the big double by Powell. It was second and third, and then Brooks knocked in 2 with a clutch single. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th now. Palmer will face the heart of this order, Gonzalez, Aaron, and Cardi, followed by Cepeda and Boyer. Okay, Palmer with the 1-hit shutout thus far. He's walked 2, struck out 4. 3-5, and he walked him, so Gonzalez is on. Second, third walk given up by Palmer. And Henry Aaron steps into the batter's box. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 1-5. Single 1-7. Lines it to third, caught by Brooks. 1 out. It was 1-5, single 1-7. 11 on the 20 die, 1 away. And now Rico Carty. "3-5." And that's a base hit by Carty. 2 asterisks. Gonzalez rounds second, goes to third. And what a time this would be for Orlando to come through. It's first and third, 1 out. Orlando Cepeda steps in the batter's box. Orlando had 25 home runs on the season in this replay. He had 22 in real world. Okay, Palmer now trying to get out of this. 1 out. Infield is back. The pitch to Orlando. That's 210, right-handed, ballpark blast. Oh, it's a 16. Oh, it's a fly ball to left. It will be deep enough for Gonzalez to tag. Caught by Buford. Gonzalez comes home tagging. And that is now a 3-1 ball game. Boy, that was blasted hard. Orlando, 210 right-handed, ballpark blast. But it was a 16. Against the right-handers, it's home run 1-10 in Atlanta. And that's where we are. 2 outs now with Carty on first. And Clete Boyer. Boyer has some power. Cletus hit 14 in the replay. That's home runs. He had 14 in real world. Okay, Palmer now. Trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Boyer. 1-9, and he struck him out. Boyer goes down swinging. That's the 5th strikeout for Palmer. The side is retired. There was 1 run, though, which helps if you're a Braves fan. On a walk, a single, a sacrifice fly by Orlando Cepeda. Bull. We've gone 6. It's 3-1 Orioles. We head to the top of the 7th. And Cecil Upshaw takes the mound. Cecil, usually the closer, but they brought him in for middle relief here to make sure that nothing else happens. Here's Belanger now to lead it off. The pitch from Upshaw. That's 6-9, right-handed, grounds it to short. Garrido. Over to Cepeda, 1 away. Now Palmer 0 for 2. Popped to short and hit that fly ball to right, which nice catch by Aaron. Cecil into his windup. 4-2, right-handed fly ball left for Carty. 2 outs. And now Buford comes up 1 for 3 today. Use him now, use him later. Cecil Upshaw, they opted for now. The pitch to Buford. 1-9, right-handed, fly ball right field for Aaron. Aaron is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 for Cecil. He did walk his first batter in relief and had retired the next 4. We're in the 7th inning stretch now. It's 3-1 Orioles. Now I ask you all to get ready for a non-baseball trivia question from Kathy Harden. Wait for it now, please. Here it is. A Tibetan sky funeral is where your body is left on a mountaintop where it is left for these creatures to eat it. They have stomach acid so powerful it can destroy botulism and anthrax. The big cat says vultures. I agree. Super question. It's a great question from Kathy. And congrats to the big cat. 3-1 Orioles. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Didier Garrido and Upshaw are due up. We'll be back in just a couple minutes to continue this ball game. Very interesting. Excuse me. Oh, Lord, excuse me, please. Whoa. I'm back, Jeffrey Guterman here. Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Baltimore Orioles 3, Atlanta Braves 1. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. The series is tied 1 game apiece. This is game 3. This and games 4 and 5 will definitely be played in Atlanta. Whether we go back to Baltimore for game 6 and or 7 is yet to be determined. Jim Palmer, the tall right-hander, takes the mound to face the bottom third of this Braves order. It's Bob Didier leading it off. Here's Palmer now. The pitch to Didier. That is 4-9, switch hitter, batting left. And that is a double down the line for Didier. A big clutch. Not a clutch, but just a huge leadoff double. Didier was 0 for 4 in the first game. He was 1 for 4 in the second game with a double, and he scored. He scored on the base hit by Garrido, so something happening there with the bottom third of the order in the second game. Unfortunately, that was in a losing cause. But here, a leadoff double by Bob Didier. And here's Garrido now. Palmer from the stretch. The pitch to Garrido. That's 2-4, right-handed, ballpark slash. It's a 10 right-handed, and that goes through for a base hit by Garrido. This one, though, doesn't score Didier as his single in the second game did. It's first and third with no outs. Look at it again, 2-4, ballpark slash. Right-handed, 1-10, it's a 10. And there's going to be a hitter for Upshaw. Upshaw pitched 1 1/3, did his job. No hits, he walked 1. Let's see who's coming in. The tying run is on first base. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The batter, and he's on the roster, it's Tito Francona. Tito Francona. Hold on. I don't see him at all being used. I think we'll hold off on Francona, and instead, we want to save Lum. We'll go with Felipe. That's as simple as that. We'll go with Felipe, a 282 hitter. So Felipe Alou, a fine ball player, comes in, has platooned with Gonzalez in center. He's played in left when needed. Cardi has been out periodically. Felipe Alou will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 7th. Now the Birds are playing the infield back. I'm managing both clubs. The Birds would sacrifice a run, unfortunately, to get 2 outs, nobody on. So Felipe steps in the batter's box. Palmer now. His first endurance is the 9th. Palmer from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Felipe. That's 5-3 right-handed. Fly ball right X. That's for Frank. This might score a run. He's a 214. It could be a sacrifice. Again, 5-3 right-handed. Robinson 2-4. That's a 2-2. It's a base hit to Asteroids. Oh my, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an S2, bringing Didier home and sending Garrido to third. A huge hit for Felipe. And it's now a 3-2 ball game, regardless of which team you're for. I hope you'll admit it has been great baseball. 3 straight hits off Palmer. Weaver coming out. Weaver coming out to talk to the youngster. There is action in the Baltimore bullpen. Warming up is Eddie Watts. This is the World Series, people. Also warming up is Pete Rickert, the left-hander. So Weaver has Rickert and Watt warming. You can see it. Just and I ask you to envision it. The two of them in the bullpen in the Atlanta stadium, both warming. It's a 3-2 ball game. Weaver's still talking it over, and the umpire is, the home plate umpire is coming up to speak to him. Oh, look who's coming in. Milt Pappas, used principally as a starter. He did have 144 innings pitched. I think that is very realistic. His ERA is as good as anyone else's. Milt Pappas, the great pitcher who was traded for Frank Robinson, and we from Cincinnati, we've sort of gone full circle here now, with Pappas warming and Robinson due to face him in the 8th. Pappas +7 hold, with Didier +9, +5 max. Pappas warming. And Felix 2 up. Weaver is done talking to him. He gives him a pat on the behind. Now Palmer on the mound. He looks into Etchebarren for the sign. Felix at the plate. The infield is in now. The pitch from Palmer. That's 1-6 right-handed. It's hit deep by Felix, and it's gone over the left field wall, and the fans are going crazy. A 3-run home run by Felix. We've seen it before on his card. Oh, the fans are going crazy. Oh, my. The fans are going crazy. They're going crazy. I do not believe it. Oh, what a moment. On the Strat-O-Matic network. What a moment, Mike Terranova. We love you. We love you, Mike Terranova. Whoa, they're going crazy. Mian getting mobbed by his teammates in the dugout. A 3-run home run by Felix Mian. And out comes Weaver, and that's it for Jim Palmer. Palmer leaves the loser now. Upshaw, the winner. Pappas for the save. And you see how things work out. You may say you should, that Lum Harris should have brought in Upshaw at the end, saved him. Well, 1/2 dozen of the other. Pappas, we could have used Niebauer. They're all about the same after you use Upshaw. So we used him first. Stayed in the game. 4 runs, bottom of the 7th. It is a 5-3 ball game. Not only did the Braves come back to tie it, but take a 2-run lead. And some of you who've been watching the replay over time will recall Felix hitting that home run right on his card on the 1-6 right-handed and left-handed, 1-5 left-handed. And Palmer, the right-hander, 1-8. It was a 4. There's the frickin' 4. And just for you know, Mian hit 4 home runs in the replay. He had 6 in real world, 652, probably over 700 plate appearances. He's probably a W from both sides. Yes, he is, but he's got to have it on his card so he can at least get those, what they have 6 in real world. He had, 6 in real world. He had 4 in our replay. And what a big home run, maybe the biggest home run maybe of his career, or the biggest play of his career. We don't know, because this could be a turning point in the series. Multiple turning points. Okay? You can see multiple turning points, but that's it for Palmer. And let's see who's coming in to face Gonzalez. Even though Gonzalez is a left-handed hitter, they're going to bring in the right-hander, Eddie Watts. This is the World Series. They're not conceding anything, because everybody else after is a right-hander. We'll have a little break in the action, folks. Watt is coming in from the bullpen. He's a -2. He's -3 with Etchebarren. And his job is to keep the Birds in this game through the 8th so that they can score the Orioles. Harder lineup coming up. Palmer pitches 6, and he has not retired a batter this inning. Wow. And in fact, one more run, he would have reached fatigue. I think it's 5 in one inning. Six hits, 4 of them in this inning, including the home run by Mian, 3-run home run. He walked 3, struck out 5. We can close him out now with no one on. 5 runs in 6 innings. What a difference a couple innings make. Whoa, no outs. It's true. I remember it, Joel. Eddie Watts taking his warm-ups. And some of you may remember Eddie Watt in the World Series even. We're going to take a break for about 2 minutes. I really have to, folks. But that was pretty wild stuff. And it becomes almost storybook to have Milt Pappas coming in. Pappas had a bad record, 6-10, but his ERA is 3.63. So he is not an awful pitcher. He probably had some bad luck. And he will pitch to the Orioles in the top of the 8th. I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the confirmation. And we do it for realism, just like we took out Stone. For realism purposes, you could game the system. And JC was asking me, play the cards, asking me yesterday as an example. I couldn't think of many, but that's another one, sure. Keeping a great pitcher in after he lets up 8 runs in an inning. And that would be because it's the law of averages. His card is great, and he has not reached fatigue. But in Strat-O-Matic, you do on 5, which is a smart idea. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'm in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, having a very good time here. I'll be back. Stupid things. Can I have one of those tiny pills? Just to calm me down. Use this much. If it's okay, I thought I would share with you a couple of thoughts I had outside while I was taking a little break. The first one is I really want to thank you all for being here. I enjoyed the companionship. I've enjoyed playing Strat-O-Matic. Upon my full-time return to the game, shortly after the pandemic started, this World Series is great. The home run by Mian will go down as maybe one of the greatest moments in my history of playing Strat-O-Matic, and I enjoy people hanging out. The second thought I had, and let me see if I could put this nicely. Win or lose, Atlanta will be hosting the Baltimore Orioles tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 11 a.m. on the West Coast of the USA. And it will be a rematch of Game 1, which was a great game. Necro, the 2-hit game, allowing 1 run. was a home run by Hendricks, I believe, off the top of my head. Aaron hit a 2-run home run in the first. A Braves win here would be huge in front of the hometown crowd. And the pressure will be on Baltimore to not fall behind 3-1 tomorrow, again, at 2 p.m. Eastern, USA, 11 a.m. in Pasadena, 8 a.m. in Maui, and 8 p.m. in Nigeria. And we're going to head to the bottom of the, we're going to resume the bottom of the 7th. With Eddie Watt coming in for Palmer. Palmer went 6 innings and ends up 5 runs in a huge turnaround comeback for the Atlanta Braves. Kathy Harden, an AL person. I think it's fair to say I'm an NL person. But I try for both teams as hard as I can. Okay? Eddie Watt has finished up his warm-ups. I am in Studio B here in Victoria Park, Fort Lauderdale. Victoria Park, the community, small, unincorporated. And coming up to the plate will be Tony Gonzalez. The Braves are not done by any stretch here in the 7th. No outs, nobody on. That's good news for Baltimore. Down 5-3, Eddie Watt in for Palmer. Eddie is ready. He's steady into his windup, and the pitch to Gonzalez. 4-7 left-handed base hit off Eddie. Gonzalez waited on it and hit it into right field. Thrown in by Frank Robinson. And this may be the end for Rico Carty. I'm seeing it. Oh, yes. Yes, Carty will hit. But Mike Lum, is going to come in and play left field in the 8th, top of the 8th. Here's Henry Aaron now. Gonzalez on first. Watt -3 not being held. I think it's fair to say the future Hall of Famer Aaron. Gonzalez on first, still no outs. That's 2-6 right-handed, hit deep by Aaron. Into the gap it drops in left center. Picking up on it is Blair, a -1. Gonzalez rounding third. 1-13. 1-14, no holds. 1-13. He's frickin' coming home. The throw from Blair, 1-13. Safe! Oh, he slides in. Gonzalez with his second run of the frickin' ball game. Oh, my. And the fans are going crazy again. Oh, Mike. Oh. Can you believe the hustle by Tony Gonzalez? He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's not slow. And he came around. Let's look at that again now. It was a 2-6. Right-handed. Home run 1-5. Okay, it was something else. It was higher. We have since rolled for the stretch. Double to center. That's Blair -1. So we go 1-13. The -1 and the +1 with no hold negates it. 1-13. He is safe. Gonzalez. Is that his nickname? You got nicknames for all these guys. Here's the future Hall of Famer now. No, that was Aaron, the future Hall of Famer. And he goes to third on the throw. The fans are going crazy. Here's Cardi now. 5 runs here in the 7th. Still nobody out. And it is a 6-3 ball game. Here's the pitch to Cardi. That's going to be 4-6 right-handed. Double 1-2. Fly ball to center. And Blair is under it for the out. 1 away for Orlando. Bull. Is it Bull or the Bull, Mike? I think it's Bull. Bull steps in. Aaron on third. 1 out. Aaron takes a few steps off third. Watt from the stretch. The pitch to Cepeda. That is a 5-2 right-handed. Grounder to second X. That will be for Davey. Johnson a 2-14. Johnson. 2-14, 10-2. G1 gets to it. E14 with a runner on second. 5-10-11. And it's a G1. The runner will hold. I think, right. Hit to second, batter out. Runner advances. Wait a minute here. That's a G1 clean with a runner on third, I'm sorry. Runner advances. G1 clean. Runner on third. Runner advances. How do you like that? They had the infield back. They should have had it in, Kathy. And my negligence, 5-6 right-handed. Wait, oh, that was the re-roll. So it's a grounder to Johnson, and another run scores. So that is what we call a mistake, a boner, if you will, on the part of myself managing on behalf of Baltimore. It happens. The good news is I don't think it really matters, because now the score is 7-3, a 4-run lead with Pappas sitting down in the bullpen, ready to come in, and he's coming in now. You say whatever you want. Burn the place down, Mike. Whatever you want. And that was a ground ball advance. He gets a run batted in on that, 2-way. With Boyer coming up. Okay. We have a request from such a wonderful man and a human being, Mike Terranova. Mike Terranova says, look at it again. We are going to do a formal instant replay. Cardi flew to center. We're going to check it. He may be right. And we're going to have to go back and do all the things and include the error of the negligence that I made. But I really don't think it matters too much. We're going back into a replay mode right now. So I want you to join me if you're interested to watch this action again off my desktop. We're gonna check Mike. We're gonna just check it. We're not gonna have. We're gonna check Mike. We're gonna just check it. We're not gonna have E14 with a runner on second, 5-10-11. We are going to check exactly what's going on here. We're going to take it back to Cardi to see if Aaron was on third. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll look at Cardi's role. Boy, Gonzalez coming home with something, let alone after following Mian's 3-run home run. Okay, you could see, and I'm going to play it, but Aaron is on second. Here it is. 14, no holds. 1-13. He's freaking coming home. Oh, he went to third on the throw. 1-13. You're right. He went to third on the throw. Can you believe the how? 13. He is safe. Gonzalez. 2, fly ball to center. There's the dot. The fans are going crazy. There is the third base there, third. And he did. Thank you, Mike. Mike, awesome. Now we're going to look at Cardi now. We're not going to just sit here and say, ooh, that's cool. We're going to frickin' look at Cardi coming up. Orlando. Oh, what am I doing? There's Orlando. Hold on. Then Aaron. Here's Cardi. Here we go. And it is a 6-3 ball game. Here's the pitch to Cardi. That's going to be 4-6 right-handed, double 1-2, fly ball to center. On Cardi, that's a 4-6 against Watt, the right-hander. 4-6 is the roll. We saw it. Cardi. This is real action here. 4-6. Oh, 4-6 on Watt. Double 1-2. It was a fly ball center B. No question mark, Mike. No question mark. Aaron will tag on Cardi's fly ball. And what that does is save me face. That's exactly what it did, Mike, because there's now one out and nobody on. And Cardi will get the run batted in, not Cepeda on the ground ball. And my negligence of bringing the infield in has nothing to do with it. I don't play outfield in. And we're going to resume this ball game. Kudos to Mike Terranova for the heads up on that. And that's a beautiful reconstruction. We aim for low errors here, but not no errors, because we're human. We are fallible, imperfect human beings. Cepeda, I'm confident we got it right with Cepeda grounding out 2 outs. And that's going to simply bring up Cletus Boyer. Isn't that something? That is something how that changes everything. So on the end of the day, I didn't get burned. But it's 6 runs anyway. It's 7-3 in a remarkable 7th inning here for the Atlanta Braves. and I'm in Studio B, just reporting on it. Here's Boyer now, 2 outs, nobody on. It's Watt who came in. Watt just came in. He allowed the single, then the double, scoring Gonzalez. And then Carty on the sacrifice fly when Aaron was on third. It's 2 outs, no one on. That's going to be 2-7, right-handed, single 1-2. It's lined to third, caught by Brooks. Just got to it. And the side is retired. A 2-7 right-handed. So there were 6 runs. What an inning for Atlanta. On 6 hits, a 3-run home run by Felix. The huge double by Aaron, knocking home Gonzalez all the way from first, and then Carty bringing a run in. There was a run before that. It was Didier, who came in on the base hit by Felipe. Let's not forget Felipe here. Mike. Okay, Felipe actually knocked in the second run of the game for Atlanta, but it was the blast that took them over the top by 2. And now it's 7-3, they lead by 4. And coming in is Milt Pappas, and he gets a big hand from the crowd, taking his warm-ups, and what a situation this will be. What a situation to have Milt Pappas, who was traded from Baltimore to Cincinnati and then to Atlanta, facing Baltimore. And it will be Blair Frank Robinson, of which was traded from Cincinnati to Baltimore. What a game it's been. I think it's great for baseball. Pappas on the mound, finishing up his warm-ups. They're celebrating here in Atlanta already. Paul Blair will lead it off. Okay. All right, Mike. Here's Pappas. Now, we're both NL people. The pitch to Blair, because you're a Mets fan. And I'm an NL person. 3-9 right-handed, struck him out. Oh, Milt with the strikeout. And the fans are delirious. Oh, the fans are acting absolutely delirious here. The roars are almost deafening. Almost. I don't want to exaggerate. So Pappas gets Blair swinging. Here's Frank Robinson now. The Orioles, arguably the best team in all of baseball in this 69 replay, even though they lost two more than Minnesota. Minnesota won 16, believe it or not. Baltimore won 14, and Minnesota played Kansas City, Chicago, and Seattle more times. And so here's Robinson now, and what a matchup. Yes, he would, Mike. What a matchup. It's Pappas facing Robinson. They were traded for each other, I believe. That's 4-8 right-handed. Walked him. Oh, he loses Frank on a base on balls. Orioles down by 4. We're in the 8th here. It's going to be Boog Powell. Pappas from the stretch. Signed by Didier. The pitch to Powell. 6-7 left-handed. Grounds it to second X for Felix. On a 6-7 left-handed, Felix. A 117. Three-one G2. Whoa, I shouldn't have moved it. And I'm so sorry, we have a little replay just to confirm it. I'm sure it's probably an out, but I don't take any chances with that. Somehow I moved it. Here it is. By the way, that is a 3. I know that's kind of hard to believe. Oh, here it is. Here's the roll. Okay, that's a 3, yeah. It's a 4-7-8. He's an E17, and he makes the play. You can check it yourself. It was a G2, E17, and with the 4-7-8, and it turns out I did move it, so it was worthwhile to check that out. It's going to be, by the way, a G2 with a runner on first. And what we're going to get there is a force. So good play by Felix. Stepping on the bag, he had no play at first. And sometimes it takes a good fielder to know that. It's 2 outs, and Powell, the big man, is at the plate. Oh, you call it a fielder's choice. Yeah, I suppose you're right. It is Strat-O-Matic calls it a force out. But yeah, absolutely, sir. It was just to be sure, since you wrote it up again, it was a G2, and it was a clean G2 with a runner on first. And with a clean G2 on a runner on first, force. Batter is safe, runner at first is out. Others advance. So, but I think you're right, it is a fielder's choice. He could have, Mian could have thrown to first immediately if he wanted. Even though the runner on first was forced. Here's Brooks Robinson now, and that was a ground ball hit by Powell. Here's Brooks now. Okay, Pappas. 2 outs. Big man Powell on first. Pappas from the stretch. Outside for a ball to Brooks. Brooks 1 for 3 today. He's 2 for 9 in the series. Actually, 3 for 9, we're sorry. Here's the pitch from Pappas. That's 2-7 right-handed, base hit. It's a non-clutch single. Powell will hold that second. They're still celebrating, especially right behind the broadcast booth here. There's some sort of explosive devices going, I can hear. But it sounds like good old fun to me. Look at it again, 2-7 right-handed, single clutch. There are 2 outs, but there was a runner on first. It is not a clutch situation. So It was a base hit, no asteroids, and we'll let Powell hold because we're down by 4. A blast by Johnson could bring them right back in this ball game. So you never give up hope. I'm trying for both sides. Here's Johnson. Hey, 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 wow. Robinson on first, Powell on second, 2 down. This is a clutch situation. Pappas looks in. He's set. Now the pitch to Johnson. That's 4-8 right-handed. Walked him. Oh, my. It's up to Andy Etchebarren now. Oh, Lord. And we need more than a hit, folks. So we're gonna I guess we're going to let him hit. Okay? We're going to let him hit. You know, there could be an argument to let bring in Elrod. Elrod has more power and has about the same average. And on a hunch, that's what it is. It's not me, folks. It's Earl Weaver. Elrod Hendricks is coming in to hit. And he's a left-handed hitter. Whoa, it's not me. Folks, it's Weaver. Kathy, it wasn't me. I was the medium. And Hendricks will go back and put on his gear to catch the bottom of the 8th. Here's Elrod Hendricks, left-handed hitter, stepping up. 2 outs, bases full. Pappas now with the full windup. The pitch to Elrod. Whoa, 5-3, left-handed, grounds to first X. That is for Orlando. A 2-10. Orlando getting to it. Get right to it. 14-2. He does on a G1 with 2 outs. 6-11-15. That's kind of high. That don't smell right. 10-15. He boots it. Oh, and a run comes in. Oh, Kathy, what a game. He got to a G1. Again, he's a 14-2. Oh. He's an E10. It was a high number, 6-10-15, E10. And there it is, E1. So it's G1, E1. It's going to be a 1 base error. G1, E1. And the run scores, and that it's unearned. That is an unearned run allowed by Milt. And the error charge to Orlando. Hendricks will stay on first. He's a 1-10. Everybody moved up. And here's Belanger, 287 real world in one of his better situations. Okay, still 2 outs, bases full, 1 in, 7-4 now. Here's Pappas, a tough inning for Pappas. The pitch to Belanger. Oh, that's a re-roll. It's on its side. Complete re-roll. House rule. Okay, Pappas again. That's a 2-6 right-handed, grounds it to third. For Cletus Boyer, he fields it, he throws it to Orlando, and the side is retired. 1 run, though, and it was an unearned run, allowed by Pappas. on 1 hit, 2 walks, an error, and 3, count them folks, 3 left on in the 8th. Here's Eddie Watt. If the Braves hold on, this will be his final inning. He actually pitched a complete inning in the 7th, coming in for Palmer, who had allowed 4 runs just in this inning with no outs. Watt on the mound again. And leading it off for the Braves is Bob Didier, who started it all off, Mike, with the leadoff double. I mean, how good is that, your catcher? And he's a 2 catcher, a +2 arm, but he's an E2. Doesn't have a good arm. That's a point of weakness, to see if there is action in the Braves bullpen. And I'm not sure Pappas is coming in to pitch the 9th. If you're looking ahead to the 9th, due up will be Pappas. They'll obviously have a pinch hitter. And then top of the order, Buford and Blair. Warming up in the bullpen is Paul Doyle. He has not been used much at all this. I don't think he has not pitched, and so therefore he would be the appropriate, even though he only had 39 innings. So it turns out he's the best card. But we don't overuse him. But in this case, we could. Didier steps in now. Switch hitter batting left. Foul back and out of play. Okay, Didier looks in, and here's Watt now. He's ready. And the pitch. That's 1-7 right-handed. Chops it to second. And Johnson throws him out. 1 away. And here comes Garrido. Here's Watt now, the wind-up, the pitch to Garrido. That's 5-12. Right-handed, grounds it to first X. Big man Pal, 3-8. Not too bad. Big man getting around it. 3-8-8-3. He gets to a G3. Nice play. Covering the bag is Watt. 6-10-15 E8. Oh, and he boots it. He tossed it to Watt, but it got by Watt. Fortunately, Etchebarren was backing it up, and he got the ball to prevent Garrido from going to second. So That was an E1 error by the big man on the throw. Wait a minute. Again, it was an 8-3 G3 with no one on. And then the 6-10-15 E8. And there's your E1 error right there. The Orioles are lucky that Garrido didn't go to second. Because if Echebarren heads up, now there's going to be a hitter for Pappas only, not because they need runs, but they're taking them out anyway. I hope you're all right with that, Mike. 5-6. And they're going to bring in Pat Jarvis, which I think is a very, very nice touch, given that Jarvis all year with 33 starts would have been in the rotation. He did lose to Pittsburgh in the playoffs, allowing 4 runs in 7 innings, 2 of them unearned. And there they went with Stone to start. He got hit bad, Stone. So did Palmer in this game. He's not the best pitcher they got, but it is now a it's a 3-run lead. We're hoping that Jarvis cannot blow it. I'm doing it sort of for sentimentality, again, because Jarvis, some people would think he should have been the starter. He has a higher ERA than Stone, by the way, but he's a Stone, a left-handed pitcher. So there's going to be a hitter only because we're taking him out anyway. Oh, I was going to, and it's going to be Doyle, by the way. Paul Doyle coming in. And he would be the fourth pitcher, He's got a great move, -4 with Didier. I'm not going to bring in Pat Jarvis. I am so sorry. But I know what I'm doing, folks, and you know too now. Pappas pitched 1 inning. It was a very unusual inning. 1 hit. He threw a lot of pitches. He walked 2. I was impressed that he can get out of it without worse damage. No earned runs, 1 unearned due to the error by Orlando. And isn't it something how now the other team's first baseman, Big John Powell, made an error. It's Garrido on first, 1 out. Let's see who's hitting here. And it was going to be sentimental. I might bring Jarvis in. You know that? After all, it's not penned in. Well, it is penned in. Here's Lum. He's limbering up here, getting ready to come into left field so that a ball doesn't get by Cardi and it's a triple. Lum being inserted for Cardi. Felix on deck. Felix on deck. Let's see who's hitting here. It is going to be Jarvis, by the way. We have made up our mind. It's going to be a sentimental journey. That was the name of one of Richard Starkey's solo albums. We'll write that in when it dries. He's a 0 hold, so he would be a +2 with Didier. Let's see who's hitting now. The winner of record is Upshaw. Pappas will not be eligible for the save. And I guess I'm just being a sentimental type of guy. Coming in to hit is Tommy Aaron. Tommy Aaron. You could be my coach, Mike, for the Orioles. Approving big moves, suggesting someone else, if they want to be my coach for Baltimore, they could do that. Okay, Watt is ready. Garrido on first, 1 out. It's 7-4 Atlanta. The pitch from Watt. 2-7 right-handed, walked him. So Tommy Aaron walks. And his first and second 1 out for Felix. Felix, 1 for 4. The 3-run home run, which is the game winner, basically. He was 1 for 7 in the first 2 games. Now he's 2 for 11. But that home run is legendary. He'll go down in history. 1 out, first and second, Watts. And this is Watt's first endurance inning. The pitch to Felix. He's got a short fuse. 4-7 right-handed. Single 1 to 7, and it's grounded to third. Brooks will throw to Johnson to get the force, or a fielder's choice, if you will. Aaron is out, Tommy Aaron. Garrido goes to third, 2 outs. First and third, 2 down. Here's Tony Gonzalez. Wada -3, 1 to 15 being held. First and third, 2 down. None in this inning. Watt trying to get out of this. Watt's had a cumbersome pitching stint. He allowed 2 runs on his own in the first inning, their so-called ace. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. That's 3-4. Right-handed, grounder to second. Johnson has it, throws to John Powell, and the side is retired. It was no runs. Good thing Watt got Gonzalez to ground out. Gonzalez scored he didn't score the winning run. He scored his run. He stretched on Aaron's double, which was, to me, a very exciting moment in the game. Made it a 2-run lead. We're heading to the top of the 9th. It's Atlanta 7, Baltimore 4, and it's going to be Pat Jarvis. Isn't that something by Lum Harris? Harris opting for Stone to start rather than their real third pitcher all season, Pat Jarvis. And it all comes down to Pat Jarvis eligible for the save based on rules. 7-4. If anyone disagrees, you can let me know, but he's going to face 3 batters if they all homer. It's a tie game. I think that's how it goes. Jarvis is at the mound now, and he gladly, a real team player, Pat Jarvis. Even though he didn't start, he's going to try. He's going to save it here, maybe. And there will be a hitter for Eddie Watt. Watt pitched 2 innings. He allowed 2 hits. He walked 1. Allowed 2. Not a great performance in the least. But it was good enough. Well, actually, no, it wasn't good enough. 7-5 would have been much better. Jarvis is at the mound taking his warm-ups, and we've enjoyed this ball game with you. This has been a presentation of the Strat-O-Matic network, and it might boggle the mind to think of all the people that go into putting these broadcasts together. They are not just me, it's all of you out there in the text, and even those of you who are not participating in the live text. We know you're there, and we appreciate it very much. Now let's see who's going to hit here for what. Against the right-hander Jarvis. The Braves now have Lum in left field. It will be Kurt Martin. Kurt Martin coming in to hit. He had a .303 average in 89 at-bats. We're using him. Rettenmund hit .247. Martin walking to the batter's box. Rettenmund is also a right-handed hitter. And right now Jarvis has stepped off the mound, and he's got a little problem with his, it looks like with his foot. He's pointing to it. The Atlanta trainer is coming out to speak to Jarvis and take a look at that foot. It looks like he might have slipped between pitches. Or maybe he hurt himself a little bit while pitching. But he has not thrown a pitch yet. But he did take warm-ups. Okay, Mike Terranova's calling for a left-handed batter. Morton is being called back, and it does not count as if he were in the game. Coming in to hit. Where the hell is he? Here he is. No. I think Dave May would be the way to go. Dave May, but you're talking about a right-handed .303 versus a left-handed .242. We'll gladly bring May in. That's all you got. You got to play Dalrymple. He's a .238 hitter. Has a little better power. And you have Martin, who has decent power. Right-handed hitter. Martin was due to lead off, but he has been called back to the dugout. Again, May, the left-handed hitter, .242. Dalrymple, a .238 hitter, left-handed hitter. Martin, right-handed, .303. Save Morton with runners on base. We'll go with May. We will go with May. Well, you want to play the cards? That's fine. Here's May. Here's Dalrymple. And here's Martin. I think Martin is just as good, and we could save him, but we've got a good lineup coming up after this at bat. We have a break in the action, a managerial decision being made, and they're still looking at Jarvis's foot. Jarvis has said he is okay. So Jarvis, let Clay bat. Clay Dalrymple, I think originally with the Phillies, will pinch hit the left-handed hitter. Buford on the on-deck circle. Leading it off here in the top of the ninth. Jarvis is okay. The pitch to Dalrymple. 1-5. Ballpark blast. End power. Oh, it's a 19. Back to the wall. In right field, Henry makes the catch. Oh, what a long fly ball on a ballpark blast, Mike Terranova. It was blasted, I'll tell you. One out. Here comes Buford. They're down by 3. It's 7-4. This is nothing to sneeze at, folks. Buford, Blair, and Robinson. And then Boog Powell. Boy, that was a good shot. You were right about Dalrymple. It may not have gone over. My father used to say you didn't need a home run there. You needed a runner on base. You're down by 3. Okay, here's Jarvis now. Into the windup. The pitch to Buford. That's 6-6. Switch hitter batting left. Walked him. So there's a base runner. Buford on first. Has a lot of pickoffs. With Jarvis, a +2. 1-17 gets the automatic. We will hold him. But we're not going to go for it. Here's Blair now. 7-4 Braves on the 6-run inning in the 7th. The pitch from Jarvis. That's 6-8, right-handed, grounder to second for Felix. .217 117 all day. This could be the ball game. 117, 19-1, G1 gets to it. If he does, it's a game-ending double play, 6-10-12, E17, and it is a G1 with a runner on first. He stepped on the bag. It's like ballet, and throws it over to first. The ball game is over. Did you see that play, Mike? Oh my, star of the game. Felix Millan, especially with that play. And the game, the winner of a home run there. It was no runs for the Orioles in the top of the ninth. No hits, the walk to Buford, and there were none left on, Mike. None left on. Jarvis gets the save, unless anyone doesn't follow that rule. The win goes to Upshaw. 5, 6, 7, 8. Jarvis pitched one. The loss goes to Palmer. The final line in this ball game: Atlanta 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Baltimore 8 hits, 4 runs, and 1 error. 8. I'll be back with the final comments in just a moment. And I believe Spokane Steve has a ball game at 4:30. Appreciate you dropping by. His game is at 4:30 p.m. today. It's the Boston Red Sox at the Baltimore Orioles for May 19 in his 1966 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. That should be an interesting game. Stay strong, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the Eastern, 11 a.m. Western for Game 4. The pressure will be on Baltimore, and it will be a rematch of that illustrious first game with Necro and Cuellar. Stay strong, stay well, and I will catch you all next time. By the way, we also have a game tomorrow morning for the early birds, 5:30 a.m. from my 1962 replay. The Chicago White Sox, Herbert starting. At the Kansas City A's, it will be Ditmar on the mound from April 13 in our 1962 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. Hope to see you then. keeping the Braves and the Orioles out all the time because of the World Series. All the other 69 teams have been put away in storage. Easily accessible, though. This was a great game. Thanks for everybody being here. Kathy, Spokane Steve, Joel Horland. And of course, Kathy, great questions, Kathy Harden. Fuck is this?